Hi guys, welcome to my weekly Forex forecast. So let's check the fundamental analysis that we saw last week, and then let's see how it affect the market and how this one that is going to release this week, how it's going to shape the market. So the first one we saw on Monday of last week was on DBP, their GDP month over month, which came out weaker than expected. So the one that we saw on Thursday, the market really focused on is the correlated sales of the United States dollar. So the correlated sales month over month came out negative, and then we have the Empire State Manufacturing Index, which comes out better than expected. The US retail sales, which comes out better than expected. That is the retail sales month over month. So let's go to this week. Let's see what's going to happen this week. So the significant one we have this week, let's start from Tuesday. We have the Canadian CPI, which was predicted that is going to slow down this particular week, because the previous one is 0.1, while the predicted one is the forecast one is minus 0.1 right there. So market can price into that from Monday, and we can see the Canadian dollar weaken. So the one we have, significant one we have on Wednesday, is the interest, the FOMC economic projection, so the interest rate statement. So as you all know that US dollar is the father of all these currencies. So what happened to US dollar will shape most of this currency. Will have a negative or positive effect on most of all these currencies. So they are predicting 75 basis point increase in interest rate, but rumor has it that they might go as aggressive as 100 basis point. So on my own analysis is that if they go for 75 basis points, we might see a weekend in US dollar. We might see a let's say a pullback in US dollar pair, especially the DXY. So we might see some pullback in DXY. But if they go as aggressive as 100 basis point, we might see a very strong movement in US dollar. This is my own opinion though, and they might want to slow down. They might want to go for 50 basis points, so they will have their reason for doing that. So let's watch how they will go, because from Monday to Wednesday we might not see that kind of big movement in US dollar. But as from Wednesday, when they drop their rate statement, so then we started seeing some significant big movement in that particular pair. So on Thursday we have the monetary policy too for the Swiss franc. So they themselves, they want to hike their interest rate. They want to go from minus 0.5 to 0.50. So let's see how it goes. And my favorite position this week is Swiss franc to be strong. So I'll be going for let's say New Zealand dollar Swiss franc to the downside, then AUD Swiss francs to the downside, then USD Swiss franc. We might see some series of let's say ranging market there, because Swiss franc is a very strong currency from last week. So we have a very strong Swiss franc started from last week. So on Thursday too, we have the official bank rate statement of the British pounds. So let's see how it goes. So I think they are going to increase their interest rate by 50 basis points. So let's see how it goes there. Let's see what they are going to do at that particular area. So coming to Friday, we have French flash manufacturing PMI. On the norms, we have a stronger. You should have a stronger euro this week. Let's see how all this news comes to projection and how it will affect the market. And don't forget, the significant one we have is the Wednesday FOMC statements. Please look into that. So let's come into chart. So the first one, let's check out the DXY, because this is the indicator for this dollar strength or dollar weakness. So here we saw what we call a breakout of this particular level. So after the breakout of this level, then we saw some retracement at that particular area. So what are we looking at this area? So we are looking we saw a breakout of this particular level, then we saw a retest, then I think we have something like double top at that particular area. This is a daily time frame, so let's say our market reactive, but my own idea still remains that US dollar still remain bullish till further notice. So we can see the bullish momentum turning out at this particular area. So we might just see a little bit of a retracement towards this particular area, then before we see another move to the upside, which will break this particular level. So we still have a stronger dollar till further notice, until we break this particular level right here. You know, this level is still valid. Then until we break this particular level, we still have a stronger dollar. Anything we can see here is we can see a retracement to this level going to Wednesday before the FOMC statement. Then maybe after their projection, we can see a big move towards to the upside. So let's watch out for that particular ones right there. So the first one we want to check out is the pounds USD. As you can see, we are in a long-term downtrend. So coming to this, we can see a what we call a little bit of a retracement to the upside. So you know, a trend line should have been a two line, not a single line. So this is a daily time frame. Then we'll see a move to this area, and so we have a we have a rejection of this particular trend line. We have a rejection of it right there, which creates a weak rejection under this particular area. Then we have a sell-off. Then we have a retracement back to that particular area. Then we have a sell-off again. So coming to, let's use the 4-hour time frame to see where we are going at that particular area. So my analysis remain bearish, but we might see some retracement to the upside before we see a resumption of that particular trend. So we can see a move to this particular area. Then we can see a sharp decline at that particular area. So coming to this week, I'm looking forward to a pullback to this particular area. Then after the pullback, then I'm looking forward to a sharp decline at that particular area. As you can see, this area too, we can see something like if you check it very well, we can see something like head and shoulder at that particular area. So let me mark it out. This is the first shoulder, then this is the head, then we can say this is second shoulder. So this one serves as the break of the trend of the neckline. So we have the break of the neckline at this particular area. Then we can have a significant retest to this particular level at that particular area. So looking, we can have a pullback of this level for Monday and Tuesday. Then after the FOMC statement, maybe they go on aggressive rate hike, then you might see a sharp decline to 1.10406. But this movement we might not be done with this movement this week. It might take us to next week before we are done with this particular movement, but we should actually see there's a probability we'll see a sharp decline at this particular level. Mind you, this is my own idea due to what I'm seeing in the market. So you can do your own analysis and see if your own idea match mine. And this is not a financial advice, but if you want to go for long, I will not advise anybody to go for long at this particular I will not advise anybody to buy at this particular area. So if you want to buy, then you wait for the break of this, then a break of this particular trend line to the upside. So before I can say, okay, I want to place my buy on pounds USD, I will have seen a break of 1,800 or a break of a break of 1.1800 or a break of 1.2 before I can say that I want to go for long at this particular area, because any retracement me I see here will be an opportunity for me to still look forward for the sell entry. So the next one we want to check out is the Euro USD. You can see that we have the same pattern at this particular area. We have a rally at this particular area. We have a break of structure here, which this one signifies. It signifies the break of structure at this particular area. Then after the break of structure, we have a big sell-off at this particular area. So we want to have the same thing at this area. We have a break of structure at this particular area. We have a break of structure. Then we have a big sell-off candle at this area. So right now, what I'm looking at is I'm looking at the retracement. We might see a retracement to this level before we see a sharp decline to this particular level. So if we are to use Fibonacci retracement to this area, then we can target a 50% retracement. So the 50% retracement is here, or 61.8% retracement, which tally with this particular. So this is 61.8. So we can target the 61.8 retracement level for our sell off at this particular area. So coming to Monday and Tuesday, we might see a big rally to the upside. Then after the Fomc, we might see a big sell off of this particular area. So let's see how it goes at that particular area, but I'm bearish on this. My whole bias is bearish, but I'm just waiting for a pullback, like let's say a retracement to this particular area, which tally with the 61.8 retracement level. Then we can see a big sell-off at this particular area. Don't forget, we have a pattern at this particular area. It also repeats itself at this particular area, so we might see a big rally, a small rally to the upside. Then we can see a big sell-off at that particular area. So the next one we have here is US dollar JPY. So my whole bias still remain bullish on US dollar JPY to further notice until I see the break of this particular demand. I'm not going to sell this particular currency pairs. So I'm looking at the break of this particular demand before I can say, okay, I want to sell to this particular demand again. So what I'm looking at right there is still based on the market sentiment, because the market is still we can still see that we are still in an uptrend. So if we did not see a continuation to the upside here, we might see a break of this trend line, then we might see a respect of this particular demand zone at this area. Then we'll see the continuation to the downside. But if we see a break of this demand, then we should actually wait for we can see a retest. Then we might not see a retest, but if we see a retest to this particular break of that demand, then we should know that, okay, we will sell to this particular level right there. So that is my own bias on USD JPY. So going to NZD USD. SGD too, if we see the overall market bias, you know that we are still bearish on this particular pairs. So we are still bearish on this particular pair. So looking at the weekly candle, we have a big sell-off candle here. We have a sell-off here, then we have a big sell-off here too. So which tells us that the bears are still in control of the market. On Friday, we just saw a small rally to the upside, which is just a retracement that we all know that happens in the market. So after a big sell-off, we have what? We have a retracement. So checking the 4-hour time frame, what I'm looking at is I'm looking at a retracement to 1.60500 before we see a big sell-off there, because we have a significant amount of supply level at this area. So if we use the Fibonacci retracement tool, we can see that the rally to the upside is just for a retracement. So here it tallies with the 50% retracement level. Then we will target this 50% retracement level or 61.8% retracement level before we enter this particular area. And my bias still remain bearish due to the dollar strength. So then if we did not see a rejection at 50% level or 61.8, then we can go to the 100% Fibonacci retracement level to look for a rejection at that particular area. As you can see, we have we have levels here too, so we can check for that as our rejection place. So still bearish on SGD USD. Looking coming to tomorrow, we might see a big move to this particular area, then we might see a sell-off to our target 2 of 0.58573. So we've hit our first target last week of 0.60871. So this target 2 is 0.58591. So if you ask me, USD Swiss franc, I'm not into this market, and I'm not going to enter this market. But what I just want to do is that if I want to do the because this analysis, we have Swiss franc strength and we have US dollar strength. So yeah, is a little bit confusing, but what I'm saying that we are break above this particular level, and then if you check, you see something like head and shoulder at this particular level. So we break this trend line, this neckline already. So my projections still remain to the upside to this particular supply at this area. Then we might see a sharp decline at that supply, or we might see a breakout of that particular supply level. So my projection remain USD strength. You might see a rally to the upside, but the two currencies are stronger in my own opinion. So let's just leave that for now. So coming to SND card, this is my own analysis on SND card. So I'm looking forward for the decline at this particular area, or at this particular area for the resumption of the downtrend. So mind you, we might see a break out of that particular area, so do not freak out. So if I did not see a rejection at this level, and I did not see a rejection at this level too, then I might leave SND card on trade this particular week. So this is what I'm looking for: the first rejection or the second rejection before I can go into short this particular trade right here. So if I did not see any of that, then I don't think I will be trading NZD card this particular coming, because we can see a rejection in the trend line at that particular area. See rejection, and then a rejection. Then I'm looking forward for a rejection here, or a rejection at this particular area. So the next one we want to go and we want to check is the AUD Canadian dollar. So let's check out what is happening at this particular area. So we have a what we call respect of this trend line at this particular area. Then this one we have a respect of that particular trend line at this particular. So we might see a breakout of this particular zone. Then we'll see a movement to this particular level. Then before we see a movement to that particular. So there's two things I'm looking at this particular area. Firstly, I'm not jumping on it unless I see a breakout of this particular trend line. Then if I see a breakout of this particular trend line, then if I did not see a rejection here, then I'll be looking for the break of this particular level. I'll be looking for the break of this particular level to the upside, a retest, then a move to this particular area. Then the second thing I'm looking at is I'm looking at a rejection at this. If I see a rejection to the downside and I see it breaking this particular area, not forming a breakout at that area, then I might go in for a sell to this particular area. So that's the thing I'm looking out for on AUD card, but it will take a lot of patience because we have to check if this breakout is not a false breakout or a fake out. Hope you understand. So like this now, the one thing I can say is that we're breaking this particular structure at this particular. We have a break of structure at this particular area. This structure I. So unless I see a break in, as you can see, we have a structure I here. So we've break this particular structure. We have a long bullish momentum candle here. So we can see a move to this side. Then we can have a decline because this area is an area of resistance. So if we break this area too, then I'll be going long. And if we do not break this area, if we see a rejection at this area, then I'll be selling at this area, taking my profit here, or coming back to this particular trend line that serves as the support level. So the next one we want to check out is an Euro Canadian dollar. As I said, we should have a significant euro strength, and then Canadian we should have some weaker Canadian dollar. I don't know, so but let's see how it plays out this week. So what I see right here is I see that we might have a retracement to this particular trend line. Then we might have a big move to this particular resistance level because we have some what we call avenging market here. We have a breakout of that range, then it breaks in back, still ranging. Then this might be a fake out, though we might see a big rally to this particular support level before. So euro card, we can just ignore it and move to the next one. So the next one I see right here is the USD card. So the USD card here, what I can see right here is that we have a big move to this to the upside. So we still believe in USD strength as for now. Hope you understand. So we still believe in USD strength. So we can just see a small move to the downside, and before we see a big move to the upside. So let's see how it goes at that particular area. So let's go to Swiss franc pair. So I said that my projection still remains we'll have a stronger Swiss franc this coming week. So this is where I'm looking to short this particular AUD Swiss franc. So I'm looking to go short at this particular area as the market open, or at this particular area. I might enter at this particular area or going short direct at this particular area. So let's see how it goes on this week, because we have a what irrespect of that particular trend line at that at all the significant level. So I'm looking to short at this particular area or at that particular area. So I'm not going on we should have done good, but okay, let's do something on good. I'm looking for a big pullback to this particular area before. If we check the daily time frame, see the daily time frame, so we can see a respect of this trend line. So I'm seeing projecting a big move to this particular area before we can see a rejection at that particular area. So let's see how it goes. If we did not see a rejection at this supply level, if we did not see a rejection at this supply level, then we should be waiting for rejection at this particular level. So that's what I'm looking at for on good. So Euro Swiss franc, this is what I'm looking at on Euro Swiss franc. Though we break this particular level, then we should see if we can see a retracement, then we'll be seeing a move to this level. But as you can see, this is still a range. Hope you understand. So this is still a range. So let's say it goes at that particular area, but I might not be on this particular pair this week. I might not even trade this particular pair this week because it's so confusing, and the whole directional bias is to the downside. Hope you understand. And trading against the trend for me is it looks somehow it's not really friendly for me. So pound Swiss franc, we are not going to look at it. I'm just watching some level right there. So the first pair I'm going to enter coming to this week is Euro JPY. That's the first pair I will enter this week, because and I have 3 reasons for entering this particular signal. Number one, we have a respect of this particular trend line. Then we have a break of this structure to the upside. Then we have a significant rally at this area, which forms the triangular which forms the triangular pattern at this particular area. So, and this is the level I'm looking at to enter at this area. This is 4-hour time frame, as you can see. So let's bring back the level. This area, as you can see, this area still holds as what? As support. We have a rejection at that area. We have a rejection at that area. Then we are having a rejection at this area, to which forms a reversal candlestick. So we are looking at a breakout of this particular level. If I see a breakout of this chain line, then I will enter. Then I will take my first take profit here. Then I will still check, maybe I can see a break of this particular resistance, then I'll be going along from there too. So this is first pair I'm going to enter coming to this particular week. So the last one I will want to check out here is is AUD USD. My AUD USD projection still remains that we have a big sell-off candle at this particular area. Then we have so we can in respect to the other US dollar pair, we can have a big move to this particular area. If we use the Fibonacci retracement, you can have a big move to this particular area of supply. We tally with the 50% Fibonacci retracement level before we see a bigger sell-off there. Then if we don't see a sell-off here, then we should be looking at 78.6 level for which tally with the trend line for our big sell-off. So what we should be looking at is the FOMC, the rate statement, how they are going to if they go for 100 BPS, shocking 100 BPS rate item, you should see a big uh, bullish momentum coming into the US dollar this particular communique, and then anything can happen. Just do your own analysis and see if it's fits your entry right there. This is not a financial advice, but this is for educational purposes. So if you are new to this channel, please click on the subscription button, like, comment, let me know your opinion on US dollar, what is going to happen in the US dollar and the other pair in the comment section. Let's see what we see, because trading is all about sharing ideas and then sharing our insights. Nobody is 100% right in the market, so let's know how you think. Let's know what you think about the US dollar and other currency in the comment section box. So have a very nice lovely rest, and have a very good trading weeks.